Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So, last time we wrote ourselves a sniffer and a dissector. And at the end of the last video, I mentioned that with that information, it becomes much easier for us to find our X, Y, and Z position in Cheat Engine and then add them to our list and then, therefore, add them to our trainer. I've managed to find the x-axis. I haven't found the y or z. I figured we could do that together so you can kind of see the process. And I got one other thing I've never done in this game before that, well, I reckon I want to give it a shot. I want to see if I can find the origin, as it were. So here I am in the game. There is one cool thing we can do, having just found the x-axis. So these 3 pointers right here, they seem to correlate with our x position. I have 3 of them there because all 3 of them came back from a pointer path scan, and I think that 2 of them are identical. Let me see here. 2C144 280. But if I make any of the 3 of them static here by clicking the box, so with that box checked, let me go into third person view. I can't actually move in the x direction. If I do, then the variable resets and I hop back to where I was at that position. That's actually a good sign. It means that teleporting is absolutely possible with this method. That's literally what I'm doing right now. My character is moving, but I keep teleporting back to where I began. But I'm only locked on one axis, the x-axis. And this whole time I've been explaining that I don't really have any way of knowing which is x and which is y. Well, now I definitively do. If I try to walk in this direction, I get locked. The x-axis is locked. If I find a direction that I can walk in, like roughly straight up and down here, back and forth, well, yep, there we go. I'm now walking unimpeded. So I'm definitely not moving along the x-axis anymore. And of course I can tell that with my my little guy here. Hold on a sec. There we go. With my sniffer, because it's doing the interpreting for me. So I can see that I'm not moving. I mean, I am a little bit, but yeah, it's only a tiny little bit on X. Like enough that it's not causing the float to move up to a different value. So yeah, now I know for sure. This is why. As a matter of fact, let me see. Yeah, the y value is moving farther away from 0 as we go back. So not only do I know that this is the y-axis, I know that the point of origin is somewhere in front of me, 2,256 or so units of measurement away, and that the x-axis crosses with that, so it is more or less due this way. So the origin is somewhere probably over there. We're going to go and find it. I've never done it any of the times that I played through this, but we're going to do it. I could certainly turn off the X lock and turn on my speed hack and walk there, or I can just find the values for X, Y, and Z and just set my position to 0 and see where I teleport. That will be our metric for success today. Let's go back to Cheat Engine and see if we can find the Y value. Let me unlock X. So there's our X position. And we know that our Y value has to be nearby. We know that it's 8 bytes. No, sorry. 4 bytes? I've already forgotten. It is 1, 2, 3, yes, 4 bytes. So if we add or subtract 4 to our final pointer path here, that ought to get us what we're looking for. Rather than remembering all that, I'm going to right click and I am going to copy and paste, adjust pointer last offset by 4 bytes. Let's see, does that correlate? It surely does. Negative 2027.9. Our y value, negative 2027.0.95. Which means that, let me rename this to our y position. And z is either a forward of y or a back from x, probably a forward of y. So let's copy this. Let's paste this. And we will adjust our last pointer offset by another 4 bytes and uncheck adjust children. And we find that this has the value of 2501.4 and our z value here in our sniffer, 2501.4. So we have it. We have it. X, Y, and Z. Let's make use of this. Okay, well, now that we have our X, Y, and Z position, let's show you the potential here. Okay, let's find ourselves let's go to the top of a peak. Let's go to the top of Balmer Peak here. Yeah, this definitely seems to be taller. If it's not taller, then I prefer it anyway. So, what I can do now that I'm up here on my perch, I can return here anytime I want. All I need to do is teleport back to these coordinates. So now, again, just like with the trainer that we made, we can get away with just using cheat engine, right? That's not a problem. I can set a hotkey, for example, set hotkeys, create a hotkey so that when I press F6, I guess, it will set the value to 00, I'm sorry, not 00, negative 9917006. And I can do the same thing with the other positions too. F6, F7, F8, and I'll get zapped back to where I'm going. So for example, I'll just do the x-axis here because I'm not planning on actually using this method this semester. So we'll leave this here. And what I'm going to do is I am going to just jump off the peak, and then I'll press F6. I'll hop in this direction, and then F6, and I teleport right back. I can keep doing that over and over again. Right? But I don't... Oh, I've accidentally fallen through the world. Oh well, that is the dangers of game hacking. It is bound to happen. If this ever happens to you, I believe that you can just walk out to any ocean. There you go. And get yourself back up on the geometry. There we have it. All right, but I don't want to use cheat engine to do that. I did that the year before. I'm trying to do something different every time. So let me go back to hotkeys and let me clear that. I want to put it in my game trainer so that I can just set specific locations and head to them. I could probably rig something up where I can maybe press one button to remember my current location and then press another button to teleport back to it, and then maybe add more hotkeys. That's one way I could go about this, right? So I pick a location. Let's say that I map F5, F6, F7, and F8. If I press those, it records my current location, and then if I press F9, it teleports me back to the first, last, whatever. You know, I could do that. That would be one way to go about this. Another way to go about this might be to find key locations that I might need to teleport to, like, you know, find the location of the town, and I can just teleport back to the town whenever I want to. Certainly that's a possibility. Other key locations like important quest objectives and stuff like that. I could certainly find those locations and add them to a list of places to teleport to. But again, that's pretty similar to what I've done in the past. So what I'm actually going to do this time is I'm going to build the trainer so that when I press F5, I simply teleport a little ways forward. Let's call it, I don't know, maybe, I don't know what units of measurements these are supposed to be. They're not, I mean, it's a video game, so there's not meters or feet or anything like that. It's just some arbitrary number. So maybe 3 units of measurement forward. So wherever I happen to be looking, that direction, right? So that's going to be a little bit complicated because what that's actually going to require, which I know it sounds easy, right? You just add to the location value, but it's actually a little bit more complicated because if you think about it, where I'm looking and where therefore forward is changing depending on the position of the camera, right? If I'm looking this way, now forward is along both the X and Y axis, but if I'm looking in this direction, or wherever the orientation, here we go, more or less. This is more or less only in the y-axis, so it's going to change everywhere we go. Which means that in order to make that work, I'm going to have to figure out how to make use of at least the yaw value, right? So I'm going to have to establish where 0 is, and then map X and Y according to that position in the yaw. So this is pitch. This is yaw, and so since this is, it's a 3D environment, pitch is essentially the z-axis, whereas yaw spans across both the x and y. So I'm going to have to somehow map yaw to both x and y, or see if I can find a different way of somehow getting the value of where I'm currently facing. I'm not entirely sure if there is such a thing in this game. So that's where I'm at. Obviously, the principle is sound, and I probably will still map out a button to teleport to the town, because that seems like it would be really useful. No matter where I am, I can teleport to the town, and maybe I will record the location, like, for example, of the Unbearable Woods, and I can basically have my own free, permanent fast travel no matter where I am. I mean, I can already fly, so it really does seem like overkill, doesn't it? I don't know. At least I'll teleport back to the town, and maybe my own little hidey hole. Put the top of the mountain as another location that I'll be able to teleport to. Just a couple of locations like that could potentially be useful. And then teleporting, of course, will come in very handy later on when we come to some other objectives. I got a bear chasing after me. I want to make sure I can get up in this tree, because once we get all of these teleporting and everything sorted out, our next objective is to go after the first flag. We haven't actually gotten a flag. We've just gotten the achievement for getting the fireball spell. Yeah, must have lost sight of me. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, we haven't gotten our achievement yet. We haven't gotten the flag yet. We just got an achievement. Our first flag is going to be Unbearable Revenge, which is going to involve coming over here, and we need to get the achievement. The right to arm bears, which means you have to get shot by a bear, which means we're going to have to hide in the tree for a couple minutes until they pull out their AKs and kill us, and then we can proceed to actually completing the objective. So we'll be coming back to this area. Maybe I'll set a teleport here. What else we got? Oh, wait. Oh, my God. I totally forgot. I need to find where 000 is. Oh, boy. All right. This is what we're going to do. I am going to, let's see, should I just go for it? I might end up underneath the world here. That's fine. It's not like we can't get out. Okay, we are back attached to the process. It appears as if I did find the correct pointer paths for my X, Y, and Z, because the values changed and it is my current position. So this is going to be real easy. All we need to do, set our X to 0. That brings us here in the game. So we're on the 0 for X. Where are we? I mean, we're under the ground here, but with the hacks on, can I just jump? Yeah, I can just jump straight out of this. So 0 for X is over here. Okay, let's go 0 for Y. That moved me a little bit, but that's fine. Yeah. So here is our 000 position. This is directly underneath one of the objectives, so you'll see it when we get to the Blocky's Revenge quest. I'm not going to give it away just yet, but you'll be seeing this later. So as I mentioned before, the 000 position it's not anything special. It's just an arbitrary location. It can be anywhere, because all of our positions are relative to a fixed point in XYZ coordinates. If it were a quaternion, then it would be relative to some distant position. Like this position wouldn't exist on the map. It would be some distant position, and then we would be relative to where that happens to be. But okay, I've never seen before where the 0 position is, but here we are. I want to go up though. I want to see what's above us. I don't want to be on the water. But I guess that means that Z is sea level. So 0 is sea level. If we go negative, it means we're below sea level. I'm gonna go up though. Let's go up 5,000. Nope, not enough. Let's go up. Oh, how far can we go before we break it? How about 8,000? No, we're still in the geometry. How about 15,000? Yeah, pretty much. Now we're at the actual ground level at 0y 0x, which is just a random spot in the mountains near Bulmer Peak, right here by this rock, this nondescript rock. So here is our 0x 0y position. While we're at it, let's drive it till the wheels go off and see how far we can go. What if I go to 20,000 on the z-axis? Oh, I'm up there. Oh, but that's higher than I was when I super jumped, so we're going to have to do way better than that. How about 50,000? Oh, we have gotten some height here, but nothing else. There's a weird shadow in the water over there. I wonder. Oh, that's the pirate ship? It just hasn't rendered. Okay. Let's do more. Insert meme of Kylo Ren shouting more. Let's do 90,000. Holy moly, we haven't crashed. We're glitching a little bit, but we haven't crashed. Oh, I see something. Oh, I know what that is in the distance. But I won't give it away. You'll have to wait until my secrets are revealed. Okay, well, we ain't crashed. Let's get real crazy with it then. Let's try 1 million z-axis. Oh boy, I can't see the world anymore, but am I falling? I can still cast spells, so I'm not locked. Yeah, I can still cast spells, so I assume I am falling. I assume it's just going to take a really long time for me to land. I'm going to speed this section up so you can see how long it takes. Let's see. Let's start a timer. Okay, it's okay, go. I can tell which way is up only because I can still cast spells. And if I'm falling, then my fireballs are moving away from me. Yeah, I'm still falling because the fireballs are spawning where I am, and then they go up, so which means that I'm below them. So this is up, which means down is here. I'm going to look down so we can see the ground approaching. I don't even see the island yet. All right, I have been falling for so long. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna just let the recording go. Future me, maybe when this is all over, you can find, the Loki falling thing, and
I have been falling for 30 minutes!
That would be great. Oh man, you know what I just remembered? We have a way to measure our distance. So we can see we're falling. Oh my god. Wait, did we somehow go past 1,000,000? 1, 2, 3. One, yeah, we went. Oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not supposed to be that way. Am I still connected? Uh-oh. No. No, I am not connected anymore. I can no longer cast spells. We broke it. We broke it.